New tonight, a group of students drove more than 4 hours to speak to lawmakers about a divisive concepts bill, as it's known. It would stop some teaching about race and racism from happening in local schools. The students were told they could not speak and things got heated.
CBS 46's Haley Mason at the Capitol, where the students returned today to speak out, Haley, against the bill.
Sean, these students actually drove more than 4 hours from Savannah to speak out against a divisive concepts bill that's moving through the legislature here. They started at 9 a.m. gathering at the Capitol for a 3 p.m. meeting. And after waiting more than an hour, they were told there was no time for them to talk. Today, they're saying they're being silenced on a bill that impacts them directly.
All right. To all the students here, Georgia will remember you for this.
That's the voice of a local student in a heated exchange with Georgia senators. He was with a group of more than a dozen students who had driven from Savannah to speak out against a divisive concepts bill in a committee hearing. The group was told no.
Georgia students will remember you for this. Do you understand that?
Excuse me. We are having a meeting.
I don't care. This is the second time you've done this to me.
The students had signed up to testify against House Bill 1084. It would ban, quote, divisive concepts from being taught in Georgia schools, including any lessons that Georgia or the United States are racist.
We don't want to encourage children to be pitted against each other.
We signed up well in advance. There were 12 people that wanted to oppose it.
Instead, the students were asked to stand to be acknowledged and told there was not time for them to speak.
We don't have time for that. We're going to have to move on. I'm letting you have be recognized. That's what we're doing now. I need you to keep order.
Leroy Spann from Savannah was on the front row on the far left.
Because they always, representatives and senators say, we want the kids' perspective. So kids came down and they denied our perspective.
He and his peers came back to the Capitol today to speak about the bill that they say places limits on what history they can learn in school.
The HB 1084 bill silences the voices of the students you claim to be protecting. How long has it been since any one of you have been inside a high school history class? Because for me, it was last Friday. Reading through what is considered a divisive concept, it occurred to me how absolutely absurd these supposed concepts were.
In school, we're supposed to be taught about critical thinking in all aspects. You know, like if you read something and you don't like it, it doesn't mean that you can't learn about it. You should learn about things that you feel comfortable and uncomfortable with.
And I did reach out to Chairman Payne, who was sponsoring this bill, who was leading this meeting, and ask him why he couldn't allot time for at least one student to speak, given that they'd driven from such a long distance. He did not respond to my request. People in his office did not respond to my request for comments either. But on the record yesterday, he did say that they had heard from multiple groups in 3 different meetings prior to this last one, speaking out against this bill, and that yesterday they just ran out of time. Reporting live inside the state capitol, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
Quite a civic lessons for those kids. Thanks.